Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Hedera and Hbar. So with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. So it is essentially 100% confirmed. And what does that mean? Well, we are now getting ready to see altcoins take the spotlight from Bitcoin and have an alt season. It's confirmed. Why is it confirmed? Well, it's because Bitcoin just made a new all-time high, and as we do look at Bitcoin making a new all-time high, we also have to take into accountability Bitcoin dominance. Now, I just did a live stream last night for over an hour on XRP and also on altcoins, including even Hbar. Now, we're going to be talking about Hbar. We're going to be addressing it, and we're going to be talking about something very, very significant that I have been noticing around altcoins. And we're going to go in depth on that. Now, currently speaking, as we do look at this space right now, what is trending? What is the big movers? It's still mostly meme coins. Now, at the time that meme coins are starting to move heavily, they're kind of stealing the spotlight. They're kind of, a big distraction, if you will, for most people, but they're forgetting legitimate projects that look like they are on the edge in terms of breaking out. And Hbar is actually one of them. So far, as we do look at Hedera, it has been doing very well. If we go over here, we could see that the overall trading volume at the time that I am recording this is up about roughly 79, almost 80%. The overall chart looks very, very good, but when we go over to the Hbar Bitcoin pair, guys, this thing has been ranging for over 140 days, and it's technically been ranging for even longer because I would argue ever since losing this level back in April, this is when we really started to range. So it's been roughly about 315 days. But regardless, what I'm watching for on this Hbar Bitcoin pair is us going sideways like this, waiting and waiting and waiting for that big move to the upside, and that will happen. Listen, this happened multiple times in the past. We've witnessed this. Now, the big thing that I'm watching for right now is something very similar to the January 2021 timeframe, where we actually had a break to the upside here. And then we kind of just ranged sideways yet again before a much larger expansion to the upside, repeat, and then have another move very similar to what we've seen back here right before the all-time high was breached on Hbar. Now, like I said, this has been going sideways while the USD pair has been breaking out. In the private Discord and in the Patreon group, I put out a chart like this on Hbar, and it was mainly going all the way back to the initial breakout in January of 2023, so over a whole year ago. Now, this initial breakout, we were watching Hbar really kind of ranging here in between this wedge, right? We have this tap of this upper trend line. We tapped the bottom trend line twice before ultimately building up and breaking out, and then guess what? We hit resistance, back tested the trend line at about roughly 6.5 cents almost, and then we got the big move to the upside. And this move has been so far very, very good. We need to actually see a break over 13.5 cents and a close over it on the weekly to fully confirm a full breakout. But ultimately speaking, what we are watching here is for us to flip this next level and again, range before the next big move above 19 cents. This will take us to 20 plus cents. The next target after that 19-cent zone will ultimately be almost 30 cents at about roughly 28.5 cents. Now, after this, mainly we are just watching a few levels up here with, of course, the golden area being the all-time high. Once we do break to that level, we are watching for a major flip of it and going into price discovery where we do look at where Hbar could go. Again, I've already given you guys my price prediction when it comes to Hbar, but regardless, we are already starting this big move. But what's crazy about this is the USD pair is moving heavily while the Bitcoin pair has barely broken out. Again, when we zoom out on this chart, we are just ranging sideways, waiting for a big move. And you know what's funny? It's just like what we saw back in January into February of 2023 when we saw a big move to the upside. This was roughly a 174% move. And if we go back to that time frame, look at the Bitcoin pair. Sideways, 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 downtrend. Then we finally got the breakout. And this was a gain of roughly 104%. Again, we are ranging sideways here. Maybe we do start a little bit of a downtrend to back test support, and then we get that big move. Either way, we're still watching for a significant move here at about roughly 108, 104%, which will technically be roughly 174%. Again, a move from this 13-cent range to just the 19-cent zone would be 42%. To get to this 28.5-cent zone, this is roughly 112%. So a 174% move, if we do get it, would essentially take us all the way to the resistance zone almost of March of 2021. This would be roughly 100 and I could show you guys just where it would land. So this is 36 cents. This would be about almost 170% of a move. So it's kind of similar to that same exact move. But we don't know if that's going to happen here or if we're just going to range sideways before the next big move, which could essentially take us to the all-time high if we do get a move very similar to this. Again, it's not guaranteed, but I'm definitely watching the Bitcoin pair on a lot of altcoins, including, of course, Hbar right now more closely than anything else, because right now, as all the spotlight is on Bitcoin going into price discovery, I do think that focus is soon going to move over to altcoins because, again, Bitcoin dominance looks pretty topped out. And if it's not topped out, it doesn't have much left in it. And then once that does flip, that's when altcoins go crazy. So in my opinion, Hbar does look ready to full send. We still have to watch the weekly candle close a little bit more closely, but regardless, Hedera looks primed. Now, outside of that, what are other contributing factors that could allow Hbar to have a much larger expansion? Well, it's adoption, right? DeFi adoption specifically right now is the initial wave that we'll see because this is retail adoption. Remember, when we really look at institutions and enterprises, they're here, right? But not in a way most people are anticipating. I think that they think that mass adoption's here because there's a lot of names building, but a lot of these applications and these use cases are not fully live just yet, and they're not generating enough TPS in order for it to even impact some of these tokens. So as we really look at Hedera, the main thing that I've been watching for is DEX volume, staking volume, and things around this sort of sector, right? Where it's more so retail balance. So gaming is a big one. SocialFi is a big one, which, by the way, Hedera does have both of them under wraps. There's a lot going on Hedera. So as we look at that, right? TVL right now is almost $200 million. And this is a significant change going all the way back to February, which is why I say like this move could very well be similar to that February move, or it could even be larger, meaning we could have a 200% plus move. We don't know. We have to be patient. We need to make sure that we are not impulsively just FOMOing into Hbar or anything. We should already have our bags packed because I've been talking about Hbar for a while on the channel. But regardless, this was the TVL back in 2023. It was 161 million. Now we are at 195 million. Majority of that TVL coming from SocialSwap, which is the most popular DEX on Hedera. And by the way, it has been absolutely killing the rankings, which we will get to here in a second. But regardless, when we really look at the TVL and even the volume, right? When we look at the volume on Hedera, this has been surging drastically, and it's pretty crazy to see, but this will only continue to grow and grow and grow considering the overall efficiencies behind Hedera. This is truly a dream for the retail sector because nobody really wants to utilize Ethereum anymore. I still have a few friends that do use Ethereum that are kind of getting more and more involved into crypto, but they even say like, you know, with how much they pay in gas fees, it's ridiculous. So I always tell them, hey, you could go over to Hedera. There's still a lot happening regarding Hedera. But outside of all of that, right, like you could even look at the commits. You could also look at the core developers too. There's a lot of building happening on Hedera, which is something else to really kind of take notice of because this is a big deal, right? Like you want to make sure that there is still a lot of building happening and it's not just all hype or anything like that. If we actually look at some of the statistics here, I mean, there is a significant amount of commits and developers. Right now, if we look at the past month, so February is the past month, commits over almost 3,000 commits, developers 104. So again, this has been growing greatly, and it just shows you how much activity is on Hedera right now. But also, DeFi is about to grow even more on Hedera with a lot of these big expansions from some very famous projects that everyone knows about if you are in the Hedera scene, like Hbar Suit, for an example, leveraging Hedera's inherent scalability. Hbar Suit enables a DeFi suit with best-in-class speed, fees, and security. Let's explore the broad platform of DeFi experiences and more. And with this, we can actually see that this is the innovation of smart nodes, removing the need for smart contracts. So this is a big deal, and smart nodes are highly customizable programs written inside virtual images, which can be hosted by users of Hbar Suit through decentralized cloud computing environments. And within this, right, you could get access to and even create much more services than on other networks. For an example, smart nodes create a decentralized network of services that leverage the inherent scalability of the Hedera network. These services include decentralized exchanges, cross-chain exchanges, token launchpads, NFT decentralized exchanges, token management suits as well. Through these, Hbar Suit has 8.3 million in TVL. Again, we could actually see that over here. I guess it's actually not labeled here. I thought that it originally was, but I guess they removed it. I guess DeFi Llama removed it, but it used to be here. But regardless, there is 8.3 million in TVL. I do think that this is going to grow tremendously over time, simply because of the offering here for the retail sector and for even developers. This is a big deal. Now, also, we have, alongside these core DeFi developments, the team at Hbar Suit also announced a recent partnership with Skicom, MSC Berhad. I hope that I'm saying that correctly. I'm probably not, but regardless, to build a decentralized identity or digital identity app for education Malaysia global services on smart node technology. We look forward to following Hbar Suit as they continue to innovate on the Hedera network. So like I said, you know, DeFi initiatives right now on Hedera are growing tremendously. They continue to push the boundaries. And even when we look at decentralized exchanges, right, like there's still a lot to catch up to. But right now, SashaSwap is number 24 on this list. And it has been truly killing it in terms of the overall growth. I do look forward to seeing how big SashaSwap will become this bull run, because I do think that it could push up to possibly becoming a $500 million to possibly even $1 billion plus decentralized exchange. And it's very significant to note that at this current moment in time, because right now, as we do look at Hedera, it continues to grow tremendously. Users continue to grow tremendously as well. And I think that's only a matter of time until Hedera is in the spotlight, especially for the efficiencies when it comes to DeFi. And also, when we go and look at SashaSwap, we can actually see that it is the leading DEX on Hedera, predictable gas fees, no front running, no MEVs, and lightning fast speeds. That's why they're breaking record after record. And when we look into it, we could see that SashaSwap versus all other major decentralized exchanges is the most efficient when it comes to DeFi initiatives. It's also the fastest DEX of the blockchain world. And you can see the confirmation time here. Now, beyond that, we could also see that SashaSwap V1 has an AMM based on Uniswap V2 smart contracts. V2 has an AMM based on Uniswap V3 smart contracts. By introducing concentrated liquidity in V2, liquidity providers can allocate capital within specific price ranges. This enables liquidity providers with up to 4,000 times capital efficiency, massive reduction in price impact, and also liquidity providers the opportunity to reduce risk. And then also we have single-sided staking within the SashaSwap ecosystem. The Infinity Pool allows for single-sided staking of the SAS token. Upon depositing SAS into the pool, participants receive a receipt token known as XSAS. This can be deposited into LPs throughout the platform as well. And then coming soon, Community pools with Headstarter.org will serve as the gateway for high-quality projects to enter the SashaSwap ecosystem. These pools provide projects with rapid access to liquidity, eliminating the need to raise VCs or list on centralized exchanges. So this is going to be tremendous. And like I said, they have been absolutely killing it. They processed over 150,000 unique transactions just last week, accounting for over 93 million in total volume. And also, projected annually, this translates to almost 12 million in fees generated for the liquidity providers on SashaSwap. Guys, like I said, Hedera is on fire, and they continue to have these major community events at the same exact time that altcoins look like they are ready to pop. Like I said, Hbar right now, if you are not focused on what Hbar is doing, what they're becoming, you are going to miss out on an incredible opportunity in this next bull run, especially as the overall chart looks primed for a much larger move to the upside. But we were saying it all during 2023 and even during 2022. This was truly one of the most incredible opportunities out there in this space, because if we go back to even just when we bottomed out back almost in the summertime, because even during this time it was almost bottomed out, we ranged on the support zone for a while, but we had, before this full-on squeeze breakout, we had over 539 days to accumulate as much Hbar. But I mainly look at under 10 cents, right? So under 10 cents, we had roughly, it's almost like 600 plus days to accumulate Hbar. So I'm very happy right now with what's happening around Hbar, what's happening around the overall ecosystem, and I do think that Hbar is primed for a major bull run this year. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, though. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If there's more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.